Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and Darkness. So today's episode is going to be very unique. Something that I've done before, but not to this extent. I have painted, I think the one of the paintings that Bob did, Wood Grain View. This is like that, but different. So this episode may be short or long, depending on just how it gets put together. Because so far, of course, I didn't film this, but what I'm going to be doing, it'll be in increments. So it'll be a funky timeline, but the end result is the same. So I'm going to get into what I have, and then what I'm going to do. So for this segment, again, 16 by 20, as always, with black gesso. Now, it's not the whole, I was going to do the whole canvas and then block out a certain portion, then paint that, and then block out the other portion, then paint the other portion that I blocked out. So I have two different paintings, but then I decided that I don't want both paintings being black gesso. I don't want the whole, I don't want it night and night. If I wanted to be contrasting, I want it to be night and day. So I kind of flipped through his paintings to see what I could put in the middle to not only contrast from the outside, but also to blend in. And I forgot the name of the episode. Okay, so from what I can read, the inside is going to be from the episode Light, either in or on the summit. The outside is going to be Wood Grain View. So right now I have a cutout and black gesso, and on top of the black gesso I have liquid clear. Because what I'm going to do now is paint over the liquid clear and make it do all these funny, fancy things. And from there I'm going to let it dry. And we're going to come back and I'm probably going to shoot part 2. So this is kind of a 3-parter. And I'm going to draw branches and stuff. Not so much trees, but just branches. I want branches, but when we get to that, you'll see what kind of branches and what color I'm going to paint them in. And then once that dries, I'm going to rip this off and we're going to paint the light on the summit, light in the summit. Well, yeah, on sounds more. But light on the summit, and we're going to paint just a simple naturescape with the sun coming over a mountain. It's misty, then you have grass and a bunch of trees. I was wanting to do like a cabin, but I don't do cabins. They don't work with me. I can paint cabins, I just don't prefer them. And that's it. So part 1 is going to be what I'm going to do now, which is just the red stuff. I was going to do just red, or crimson, or bright red, one of them. Mixed with paint thinner. So paint thinner and liquid clear don't mix, which is the point of this, I guess, project, or the point of this type of painting, because the reaction they have is it'll leave the design that I want. And then part 2 will be the branches, because I'm going to use a Q-tip. I normally don't use brushes with gesso because they dry so fast, and once they dry, your brush is screwed. So I'm going to use Q-tips for my branches, and then part 3 is the inner. So boom, boom, boom. Alright, so the only colors I'm going to use today, okay, Cad, Ochre, Indian, and bright red. So I'm going to dip my brush into some paint thinner, and I'm just going to mix just some really cool folly colors. A little more yellow. It's like leaking everywhere. Guess I put too much paint thinner, but there we go. Get some yellow in there. I was gonna make this just really blood red, but I think I've hit a, I used red enough. Change it up a bit, put some Indian me try some red then. There we go. Look at that. Gorgeous. You're not really painting this again, you're just kind of I don't know, scrubbing it on there, but it's not really scrubbing, is it? I mean, it's pretty effortless. Now, let's go into some ochre. Again, you don't want really much detail. This is just background. This is just background. You're not too concerned. You could be Picasso for all you care, but you are not much concerned. Now, I'm not going to do yellow, red, or cad yellow, red, yellow ochre. Like, you know, I don't want it to be a stripe. So I'm gonna there we go. Some red. Okay, get some orange. Some ochre. Dip into some yellow, some cad yellow, a little bit more. We want that to look like yellow, not cad. There we go. Okay. Let's get some more red. I haven't washed the brush. You can wash the brush if you'd like, but I haven't washed the brush yet, so all this is on one dirty brush. Then I kind of had to be careful with my contact paper because it tends to curl when I'm painting, and then I get paint where I don't want paint on the other side of my contact paper, so now we're going to want yellow again. In fact, I was going to do, I'll just tell you, I was going to do white branches, but that would, I mean, that was when I was going to do all red background, but with this kind of background, shoot, I might just do black. That'd be cool. So there's the spoiler alert for you. And I'll say let's end it with red. Just straight red. We started it with yellow ochre. Let's end it with red. I mean, there's really nothing to it. Okay. Alright, guys. Quite literally, that's it. So I'm going to let this dry completely. Who knows how fast I'll take it. But, I mean, that is liquid clear, paint thinner, several, I guess you'd consider it layers of paint. So this is part 1. Part 2, again, will be me using a Q-tip to paint in some, again, not trees, but branches and what looks like a fall shrubbery. And then part 3 will be the painting in here. So, yeah, again, well, I was going to say thank you for joining me, but this isn't the end of the episode, but this is the end of the segment. So stay tuned, and, yeah, we'll see what phase 2 looks like. Hey guys, welcome back. So, this was going to be phase 2, but as you can see, I changed it up a bit, and there's a reason why. So, this was that one painting where, well, see, I think everything's taped to hell, but, we painted the, outer edges in kind of a reddish, yellowish, orangish, warm fall color, and I was going to do branches. This basically set my car for 3. This is how long it took. Paint thinner, liquid clear, and all these layers of paint to dry. It took, in the sun, it took 2.5 days. Normally it's faster than that, but again, this had a lot of layers to it, so I kind of expected to just sit tight for a bit. But I was going to start painting branches with a Q-tip, and I wasn't really considering alternatives. I'm trying to put the masking tape on there. Masking tape is just shite. I hate masking tape. It is the least sticky thing next to contact paper. But I started to think, okay, I put in the branches, and when I get to painting, if I wanted to kind of put a 3D feel and remove in the branches, I could always draw in more. I could always paint in more. But then I thought, it'd be really cool if I could just go to town on what would be phase 3, paint whatever needs to go there, and take off all this. I don't want it to really blend too much, so I basically covered my border. And to make this a special, not episode, but to make this a special segment, I haven't even taken off the middle contact paper just yet. It is hella on there. I mean, the sun baked it on there, so I'll see if it even comes off in one piece without taking away my canvas. I mean, if it hurts my canvas, I'm still going to paint. I don't give a damn. But, so I'm going to take this off, put some liquid white on there, and then I'm going to paint the Bob Ross painting, Hidden Delight. Now, he puts liquid white, liquid clear, and then a black acrylic base. I'm not doing black acrylic, because I think it's not black gesso. What is it? I think it's just black acrylic. What is that? Liquid black? Yeah, it's liquid black, which I never use because, one, it literally stays liquid. I have used it on just 1 or 2 paintings, and in the sun, that is the last part of the painting to dry. Liquid black does not play, so I don't use it. It does help the wet on wet process, but when it comes to drying, I forget which painting I have. It's the one on Bob Ross that's called Beach Glow. I don't know what the hell I called it. You can find it on nicknoir.com, but it's the same painting that one of his guest painters painted, and I just loved it. So I love beach stuff, so I painted along. But she used liquid black for the sand, and good lord, my beach took about a week straight in the sun in the middle of summer to dry. So I'll shut up now. But now I'm going to take this off, make sure everything's recording, because sometimes this camera likes to do its own thing. Well, it all came off in one piece. Woo! Man, that's a good sign. Alright, I'm having fun. So, the trash. Now, I'm just going to keep on rolling. And basically, I was going to paint the interior, but I'm probably just going to, montage. So you don't have to sit here and watch me paint. Actually, I might fix this a bit. This is getting all wonky. There we go. So I'll tell you, I hate masking tape. I hate it. Down here, I'm not much worried about it because by the time we get, should I worry about it? Yeah, why not? Because this whole thing has to be liquid white. Yeah. Well, yeah. Normally this is what I do before I film, but because this is impromptu, let me just tape that down just because it's annoying me. Okay. Just enough so I can at least paint with liquid white and not get all my border messed up since I spent so many days drying it. Where's my... You're seeing behind the scenes, folks. Normally I do this before I shoot, but a lot of this I just think about on the whim. Oh, I should do that. Honestly, when I'm not shooting this, I'm not thinking about it. I don't think, oh, I'm going to do this, and this is how, and if this doesn't work out, then I'm going to do that. I think on my toes. Like, this wasn't going to be a part of the plan, but as soon as I started filming, I realized the error of my ways. I was thinking, golly gee, so much easier if I could just paint first and then go around and instead of as I had planned. So I'm gonna shut up and dip into some liquid white. Get this nice and slick. You gotta stay put. You cannot be jumping around. Your tape, you're supposed to be secure. Don't make me fussy. I'm telling you, contact paper and masking tape are not my friends. Now I'm gonna get a little bit of white on the edges, and that's fine because when I start to paint, or when I take off the stuff, I may, go back and kind of touch up the white and just put some color over it. That'll be a little harder for this guy, because this guy that he's painting, no, I don't want the whole damn border. See what I'm saying? It's like moving. Stay. It's like raising a puppy. I swear. Every time Bob Ross says masking tape and contact paper, I cringe. Because this is exactly how, at least it works in my favor. It don't. But in this painting, we're going to need this. See, it's not even staying put. God almighty. So if you have the same issues I have, I feel for you. I can't use duct tape because that's just going to destroy the painting. Alright. That is enough. Okay, so wash that. And let's take care of that real quick. Oh, get some more paint thinner. I think my brushes drank most of the paint thinner last episode. Most of that's my handle because I suck at aiming. Alright, so I do believe Mr. Ross, as I drop my brush, Mr. Ross starts with yellow ochre for the sky. And he just paints kind of a circle. And he paints some yeller. Yeah, we want yeller. Again, this is going to be really warm sky, which is exactly why I chose it, because the border is very warm and visually inviting. Look at that, my border is just coming up. Stay down! You stay down! Stupid masking tape, you're fired. Alright. I'm telling you, this is exactly what I do. This whole episode is going to be me yelling at my masking tape. I might as well just call this episode masking tape. Alright. That was not planned. But as they say, something about plans and mice and men, whatever. Alright. Yeah, screw it. I'm just going to paint over that. It's not going to... I'm trying to get as close to my white line here and less on my border, but the masking tape wants to attach to everything else, so screw it. He's using a bunch more darker colors. I'm not going to, just because I'm already out of space. What the hell is that? A giant eyelash? Alright, now he's blending. Gotta be careful not to lift the stupid masking tape when I do this. And I got another hair. Hold on. It's exactly why before I use brushes, for the most part, I will always do this. Normally Bob does that when he's trying to get the the excess paint off. I do it so I don't get loose bristles. Wow, this thing is falling apart. That's alright. We got more. You hear that? My stuff is falling apart. Ah, what is the deal? Every time I put the brush down the damn canvas, I get a new hair. I don't care how bad this episode is, I'm going to air it. Because sometimes I guess it makes for good entertainment. Yeah, okay, this thing is shot. The bristles are falling out like crazy. So, let's... I'm going to use a brush I never use because I never really have to use it, but my blender's shot. The hairs are coming out of it like crazy. So, here we go. There we are. Make sure there's no loose hairs trying to sneak their way out of this. Bet you're thinking, man, Nick Noir, you're a hot mess. And I would say to that, yeah. And life. What can I say? When life gives you lemons, make vodka. Or something like that. Alright. He's adding more to his sky. I'm just going to skip ahead. And I'm going to make a sun. Just because I didn't know the border right here, all the masking tape was going to be that much of a pain in the butt. So instead of just messing with it, I mean, he's got a different version of the sun, but we're I'm scraping off the excess paint of the sun right here, but we're working with what we got. And I have another stray hair. Perfect. There we go. All right. He's using what looks like Van Dyke. I got a hair stuck to my knife. Or dark sienna, some Van Dyke brown, some white. Because in the distance he makes trees, but they're like super, super soft trees in the far, far distance. I do my trees differently. That's just me. Bob does this, but whenever I used to do that, it just didn't work. It just smears. I guess that works. It used to just like really badly smear when I did it, so I just learned to do it sideways-ish. I'm kind of going the extra mile here. He doesn't do this, but I'm doing it. Just to... as I drop everything. I'm making it a tad bit darker, so we'll get some Van Dyke. Maybe a little dark. Right. Give me some black. He's got some trees over here, but I don't want to paint over the trees I just made. What's the point in making them? So I'm going to make my trees right. My border's kind of flipping around, so I have to press down the tape. Dark. He's blending in. Wash my brush real quick. Gonna paint some trees in front of my trees, because you can never have too many or enough. Let's make it a bright tree. He's got his kind of going out of cad yellow, but I want... Yeah, let's do like a Indian yellow red. So pretty. All right. Oh, what the hell I did that for? Autopilot. Put my branch brush into the red and yellow. There we go. All right. Some yellow ochre. Maybe some green. He's painting a cabin. I'm not painting a cabin, so I'm gonna do the dark. Of course, I just worry about foundation before I add highlights, so I'm worried about, you know, the grass before I put yellows and stuff in it. This thing is completely fell off. Yeah, that tape is useless. Well, it's gonna be fun to see what kind of border we have left, since it's completely fallen off the painting. Some white, or white, Lord have mercy. Just some yellow. Murphy's Law. I don't know what the hell that was, but that's why. My yellow ochre is basically oozing off my palette and it got stuck on my brush. Alright. Isn't this fun, ladies and gentlemen? Alright. some red little bushies. Real quick. I'm gonna clean up my tree here a little bit. Some white. Clean up my branch. Again, just for the sake of my border, which is, I mean, just shot. Like, this thing isn't even on anymore. I don't want to paint any more than I already have. In fact, you know, screw it. Let's just take off the border. It's being such a pain in the butt. My plans went straight to Hades thanks to this crap, so trash. Let's see. I think that's the only part of the contact paper that I actually let stick to it. There we go. There we are. So still nice, but this side looks decent. Not a lot got onto the border, but this side just went straight to hell. There's a lot just bleeding over. So you know what? I'm going to do exactly what Bob's doing. I can't clean it up. Well, clean up as I mean scrape and hide it. Then I'll add a tree. I was gonna paint a path and stuff, but you know what? The more I paint a no path painting and it's just pure nature, it's so much. Cause I don't know. I'm not anti-people, but I am a misanthrope, so I guess I am an anti. Anyway, you just know that there's there's human activity, there's people out here, but when it's just nature, it's peaceful. It's just Mother Nature doing her thing. Sometimes that can be bad. Hurricanes and such, but you're not worried about humans. Mother Nature takes care of herself. I mean, who knows? Maybe this is what I was thinking of when I meant branches. I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. And again, the border is not wet or anything, so me painting on this is basically painting on a dry canvas. So, yeah, it's as fun as it looks. Alright. Let me reshape my tree. Taking all the darks really. Completely drowned out my yellows there. Clean the brush again. The one thing I hate about Cad Yellow is that it's so strong or so light, I'm not too sure, but as soon as you apply it, it gets devoured by whatever you're applying it to. So it does not last but a few seconds. Like green, black. Yellow is a great highlight. But whatever color that you're using it on will absolutely destroy it. I'm not going to do much more than that just because, I don't want to just paint all over my border, but I think I'm getting pretty close to finished. Gonna go through some of this yellowish highlight and highlight my branches. Alright. Hold down. Whoa, that brush just flew out of my hand. Alright. I'm gonna sign it. And that's it, guys. Okay. I think that'll be it. Nice, simple fall naturescape. I was gonna do more on here, but it's just, nah. The focus is here. The rest is just kind of like a 3D element. But I want to thank you guys for, I'm out of frame again. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this episode. And until next time, blessed be.